Good night, everyone. I'm Antoinette Hamilton, the president of the Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Alliance. Now, question to Mr. Golding. So the government would have allocated $2 billion to, well, first of all, let me commend you and your team for your commitment to community engagement. And we from the business community thought it was necessary to be here to ask a few questions.
Thank you for coming.
Okay, right. So the government would have allocated $2 billion to DBJ. Our understanding is that this is solely for loans. But our MSMEs, which are, well, they're startups, they're micro, they're small, most of them don't have the family support, and it's difficult to access loans. If you were to form the government, would you...
Please allow Ms. Hamilton to complete her question.
Government, would you be revisiting the allocation to consider incorporating grant funding for MSMEs so that those that have visions of becoming entrepreneurs can start, as opposed to being hindered right now because they don't have the necessary requirements to access a loan? Secondly, this morning it was mentioned by Senator Morgan, I think, that the government is looking at another solidarity program. Now, my calculation of what was said is about $1 billion. So clearly there is money in the coffers that can support our give back. Now, we are yet to see what the give back is for small businesses. And so, again, if you form government, will you be prioritizing giving back to small businesses as well? Thank you.
I want to thank the representative of the MSME community that came and has voiced their questions at this forum, and I'm grateful for your participation. The MSME phenomenon is vital to economic development because it is a fact that much of the employment in the country is generated by small businesses. And it is also a means of social mobility in the country, where persons who may have been historically disenfranchised, excluded, are able to pull themselves and their families out of poverty and into a much better quality of life for themselves. So from that perspective, the People's National Party sees the strategic importance of supporting MSMEs, because we are big believers in social mobility, and it's very straightforward. And we'll go into the details of how you access it. But it is very thinking about this. So the answer is yes, we will be looking at different modalities of distribution of funding, and it's critical that the DBJ focus on the outcomes of what they're trying to do and work back from that in terms of how they tailor their policies, rather than setting the policies and saying, well, it's not really working, but what can we do about it? And that is a different philosophy as to how we would approach this particular matter.